All right, we are on the air and we're going to record, making this recording very short, relatively short. I'm Gennady Batrakov, founder of Blogly, and with me, Tom Tate. Tom?
Uh, Writer by profession and passion.
Very good. And with us is also Mickey in the back.
A dog's life.
Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a short recording. So this meeting is dedicated to record what you're going to do quickly in Blogly, why Blogly, what the Blogly is all about, and how you can generate actually content and publish it at the end. And it's all we'll try to fit in 30 minutes. I
Yeah.
set
So
my
this is really targeted to somebody who wants to jump in and get their article done. So
yes.
like my first Blogly article.
Yes, my first Blogly article. So let's do this. We're gonna set the timer 25 minutes. So
Okay,
25 minutes we hear the sound, there's a horn, we're gonna stop. So hopefully we're gonna put in everything in 25 minutes. So let's do it.
let's roll.
Funny sound.
I love it.
Okay.
If you watch hockey, you hear that all the time.
Yeah, so it's going on. So let's get into that. So let me share my screen and we go through the routine. Introduction. We already passed through that. Now, why Blogly? So let me just say a few words. Why Blogly? Any online creator needs some tools that manage the content well. They can start from beginning, from scratch, enhance the content with multimedia, have it ready, optimize it by SEO, and publish it on WordPress. So you, at the end, you will drive the traffic to your website. You can create tons of content, do it much more efficiently and fast. So Tom, if you want to pitch in a couple words here.
Yeah, Blogly has everything you need to write your articles.
So I created a quick outline. So this outline has two options: start from scratch and also import the article from existing content. And we can review both scenario quickly here.
Right.
All right. So let's go into here is my Blogly account, and it starts from the page name articles. So of course I have a number of articles already here existing, so I have a number of pages here, but let's assume that you started from the scratch, and you would need to, whether two ways you can drive the content to begin with. You can bring your own content from your blog post, and we will go over here. And also you can start from scratch when you click new and start creating the content. Let's go with the first option. If you have a blog, let's say, and you take the URL from that blog, let's bring in the content here. So when you're on this page, you click on import. You have import in the multiple ways. You can do it with the Google Docs. Just simply click select file. You just go and you find this Google Doc and we'll bring it in here. Or you go with blog URL. Let's do it most common way. Let's say I have this blog and I went to the WordStream. It's kind of a popular website that has lots of blogs written for bloggers. So let me copy this URL and imagine this is my let's say if it's my business blog and I need to bring it in. Let's go back here and let's paste this blog post URL into Blogly. Click OK. So the system runs. It takes about a few seconds to bring in pretty much any content. I've had it before populating with like 10,000 words. I took some backlink files, I took some Neil Patel files, WordPress, and I bring in just a matter of few seconds. So when I go now into this article, so this one was content taken from the website. You could see how this was imported. Those images was publicly shareable, so they appear here. The blocks, we created the blocks as well. We just simply looking for the H2 tags, and as long as the H2 headers are there, we break down by the headers, and when you click here, you go in a specific block of the article. So this one is clear. Tom, you have any questions?
Yeah, and actually what I've been doing is moving my some old articles off of LinkedIn in this method. So I go to my LinkedIn account, I open the article I'm interested in, I copy the URL, go back into Blogly, import it, and boom. I mean, mine are usually I was writing about 500, 600 words with one image.
All right.
So it was very clean and neat. So now
So
if you have your content, it's in Blogly and you can manipulate it from here.
yeah. Okay, so just a high level structure. On the left side, you have an outline. Each outline has this block. Let's say if I click on block, I get in an article so I can see this block that contains some information. It contains the images, contains text, and it's all formatted. On the upper side, you have this rich text editor. So
Right.
you can do some editing of the text. You can use the block codes, the codes. You can, of course, you can change it. But this is our like a standard setup. So we automatically bring in, and of course you can delete the block altogether if needed. On the left side you have an assets, and we will go through the assets as the next step. For now, like let me just go back here, and once I was here, I tried to make changes. You can see now we added the additional thing right now, which tells you that if you make some changes to the blog content, it's asking if I want to save these changes. I could save yes. So now I'm back on a high level of the article. So when it's refreshed, now I have this content sitting here. So let's assume this is my article. Now I start jumping and start work with that. So what I'm going to do, if I need to add some assets to the article, I can go.
Well, let's do this, Gennady. Before we do that with an existing one, why don't we start from scratch?
Yes, now.
And then add assets that way.
Exactly. So let's go now, leave this article alone. Let's go back on the main level of the article's view. So this is the way to get out. You can use this arrow here. You can go back on the high level. So let's leave this article alone. So this article alone was imported. Let's start new one. Let's go ahead and create, right? So when you create article, just give a name of the article. Let's say testing article. Testing, say my new article. And I don't have to select or create the folder. This is a place where I can just type the folder name, click OK. There are different multiple content types. We don't worry about them yet. This is an in details review about that too. And there's the statuses. You have multiple statuses. By default is selected open. By default the content type is a blog post. When I click OK, I'm going directly into the article, and now this article is like a blank space.
Yep. So blank canvas.
You like a blank canvas. So on the left side you have your outline, which allows you to create blocks. Let me just hold this one, and now I'm going back here. Yeah, this one is my canvas, and I need to create outline. So of course I need to start from creating new block, and this is where my workspace will be. Let's start creating block, can we?
Yep.
So we'll create the block, we call it intro. So this will be like an introduction block. Instantly, as soon as I create, I go into this block. So now this is the working space for me to write whatever I need to do. Let's say I create the content here. Let's, for the sake of just trying, we go to the same blog post. Let me just take some of the piece of content, so I don't gonna create now myself. I just simply copy and go back here as well. And okay, hold on just a second. Yeah, that's the one. So now I can just simply paste it as a plain text. So you could see this is the way, assuming that I'm writing the content. So let me just grab some more content here, and just let's populate it, and I'm just gonna do a couple of the blocks. I'm gonna set up myself here. So let me do this. Now it takes time. So
I think you need more tabs open, Gennady. You don't have as many as usual.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just. I can paste it as a HTML, so it doesn't. So now it comes up like that. Let's say this one is my intro. So when I need to create new one, so let me go back. It tells me, okay, I need to save changes. There is a way to save changes. Is there? Let's say if I just close this one and I need to click on that button. When I click, it goes again like a white, right? So when I go back, now I'm back again. This intro is created. You can see the one block in the article is created. Let's go now create the second block. Let's call it second block. Okay, and let's continue to populate it. When I click here, let me get some content, assuming that I'm keep writing my my blog post. So I'm taking the content here and I'm going back in the same block, and now let me just paste it here. So this one is now let's say I created the second block. I'm going back now. Here it asks me again to save. Yes, if I forgot, now save the second block, and so on. Let's now create one more block, which we call the conclusion. So at the end of the article, would be nice to have the block which will finalize, like you finalize thoughts. So let's have some content again. We take the some of the content here and let's paste it there. I'm going back in the same article. Let's say I'm pasting it here, and let me go save it, and now I can go back, and now got 3 blocks. So basically you get the concept. You create a block, right. You create a block, and you go diving into this block, and you start typing or creating your content. Now when I click here on a high level, I just click here, I get in any block I want, and I can modify it or tweak it or change it and enhance it with other stuff. So on the left side there is assets. When you go open the assets, we have plenty of tools to make your content better. There is a research documents that you can create the research by simply clicking here, type your search term and selecting a country and language. And when you do that, you will get to see and create this kind of research docs. Those research docs are, when I click on a filter here, I'm just seeing all my previously done research docs. And let's say instead of creating it now, I just simply assign it. Let's say I select this one, SEO for content marketing. Maybe I want to have this research doc assigned, and maybe I can do another one is this one, and I assign them 2, and you can see now 2 research docs are assigned. If I want to now click on expand it, you could see whatever my content resides in this research doc is available for me to use or to see on the left side of the article. So it's a split screen mechanism. So in the split on the right side, you see your final article, and you can move between blocks left and right, just like that, right?
All right. You told me to let you know when you got too deep in the weeds here.
Yeah. Okay.
Back out. Back out.
So let's move on.
Let's talk about some notes.
Yes, let's talk quickly about notes, so we can just scan it here. So the notes, you can create the notes here on the fly, or you can actually capture the notes from the outside using extension. And those notes,
my favorite tool. Yeah,
and my favorite too. So those notes can be used with your content on the right. Again, you can actually use the notes by simply, you can edit it here by simply editing the content, adding some more, and using these notes to kind of make your content better.
So how do I add some of that content? Let's say that first one, the first one there, excerpt, or so I want to punch that copy into
if I go here, and let's say if I want to do the quickly say snippet the content from here, I can use the extension. Extension is right here, and all I need to do just assign this content, let it come up. So assign that content to specific article that I want. So if I go back here in the articles, now if I need to find the one that we are working now, how we name this, Tom?
It was the testing
or something.
Let's see, my new article. There it is.
Right? So if I copy like this and say start highlighting, all I need to do, just select the content on any way I want and see it start and finish. And I can just go on here and I say I select the different part and I want to keep it. So the same way, if I click done, Now it will show up me here the content that I want to save, and when I click save, it will save this little piece of content there.
And then if you want to put that in your document.
Yeah, but you don't want to put directly in your document. So in this case, here is the content we just snipped. But again, imagine that you can do, it can be pretty extensive as you want to be. You can highlight the images, the videos there, and the all will be brought in here. There is a lots of information can be jammed in into notes. Now, if I want to use this content, so basically you use it for to create the better content on your site.
Or if you want to quote something.
If you want to quote, you can bring in, you can actually do it in two ways. You can just simply drag it and drop it any way you want. Let's say like here, I just took this piece and I just simply added here as a, let me just remove it like that. So you just add it as the quote. You can do that. You can actually assign it, make it as a quote like this, block quote. So this is a quote that you can use quickly that will have a reference. Now,
and now you know where it came from.
You know exactly where it came from with the link here. So let's move on to the next. So notes are fine. We just have a library. So now library is important that for you that we always deal with the images. So what's important in the content? Your text and your image, the images that you use. How many times you remember that you save some image you want to reuse? How many times you dig it through your folders? So
lots.
Sometimes I can't even find where I left that image. So in this case, we have this add files here. When you click here, now you're gonna add your upload your images. Just simply select what you want. Let's select some of them. So I'm just going my my stuff. I can actually take some of the images that I have here. Let's say I'm just gonna reuse this image here and just click open, and this image will end up here. I can compress it and I can convert it. Let's say if I want to use it as a PNG or JPEG, and I can use the set my own quality and resize. I can do it as well. If the image is too big, I can resize it to get the smaller size image. So when I do this, so when I click OK, the image will end up here on this side. So when I click this here, I can see exactly what was the image. So I can preview it, and also I can use this here, a little action icon. I can copy image to craft. Let's say now if I get out of here and I go back here, so this image stays with the article, and I can load as many images as I want. I can load some other types of files as I want. So
now that looks like the picture of a snowstorm.
Yeah, all of them are linked to the article itself. So let me just go and pick some second image so you can see this. So I'm just adding this image as well. So let it be here and just upload it here. Now you could see the second image showed up. Now if I want to add this image in the right side, I don't need to use even here. So there is an option here for file upload or URL. So yeah, you can use it here, but I would suggest use it from your library because it's gonna be stored forever.
Yep.
And it will be always linked to your article. So let's say I want now to expand it, and maybe I can put my image in the article itself right here. And let's say I want to use this image, and just simply click here and the image showed up. And let's say the second image, I want to put it on the bottom, and I click here and it showed up. So you can see now two images are there. Now if I want to save it, make sure you click button save. Now it's saved. When you get out, you can see now we completed the second block. There are two images there, and let's go on now complete the last block. So we have now not much time left, so I'm trying to keep it. And now let's now assume that I want to use some other image or library, and let me add now, assuming that I added some more, let me add the same image here. So now I can also edit this image by the size. I can put alternative text, and I can this one I can make it slightly smaller. So I set the width of 400. So this width, you can see now it's smaller, so it will be used that width. I can go between blocks, but again, if I try to go without saving, it always asks me if I want to save. I
That's
could
good.
say
I like that.
yeah, because it's actually recommending me that I need to remember that I need to save. When I get out of here, because I already saved it, now you could see I've got the article, I populated with the content, I put the images. One more thing left, I need to use the external and internal linking. For that is a option right here. Even though you can see the link is right here, but it came with the text that I copied, right? But let me
Right.
do the actual. Let's say if I go here and I highlight this one, it says live internet. I want to set the links, and let's say I want to set my internal link, so I can do HTTPS, say here, and I put it for Blogly and blogly.com. And by the way, you can go and copy this. Let me just add this one in. You can see the link right now is there, so this link will exist there. And also I can do my check-in with my Grammarly. So if I click on Grammarly, the Grammarly may pop up, and now it tells me that I can do some fixes. So let me do some quickly fixes. Performs, it's recommending me to fix. This one is even recommending me to rephrase the sentence. I can rephrase it. Now it tells me I can remove that help. So yeah, it will improve the article reading, right? So
Right.
I will finish with this. So now you can see I'm pretty much done, and 100% writing is finished on for this particular block. Again, don't forget to save. It reminds me I saved it. Now on the high level of the article.
So if I want to, one thing about Grammarly that people should know is that Grammarly integrates only if you have a Grammarly subscription. It's not baked into Blogly.
No, you can use the free Grammarly. It still gives you the lots of good free options. So of course, maybe like rephrasing may not work like I did because I have, but you can do the first level of grammar will be taken care of.
All right. So, but you just have to have a Grammarly account is what it.
Yeah, you need to put the Grammarly extension. So when
Right.
you use the Grammarly extension right here, then it will work. Okay.
Got it.
Now let's
All right.
go
So
now.
what is it going to look like? Now, if I'm ready here, I want to take a peek at what it looks like.
Yeah, let's go now preview how it's gonna be looks in the preview. So when I click on the preview, it generates the preview, and now you can see since I got three blocks, I have a table of content, and actually I can move it like this by clicking. Also here I can view it by individually, and if I go to previous and next, I can view it one by one if needed. So this is the preview, and this is how article look like. It's pretty cool, right, Tom?
Very cool. In fact, I was sharing an article with a client, and we went into this view, and
yeah, you can share the
spaces.
link if needed. Yeah, you can take this link. This one it could be shared. So once you take this link and share with someone, they will see it exactly the same way, and they can actually may do some commenting. Now, one more thing left. Let's say we created the article. We enhanced it with the images or videos or anything, because we can do pretty much anything there from the library. You just put it inside the article. Formatting is already there, taken care of. Every block name is a header too. So let's go into the in the SEO part. In SEO, by clicking SEO optimization, here is your next area where you can set your SEO title, you set meta description. Make sure you select the site you're going to publish it, and then set your featured image. Go to the next step. You're taking okay. You're gonna add your SEO keyword. Make sure you put it's a free writing, so you can put your keyword group. You name it any way you want. Let's say name it as blogging, and here I can type my keyword. Let's say I'm now gonna just simply select my existing keyword. When I click here OK, it's gonna pops up, and now your job is going to the next phase. Is you would need to scan it for SEO. So right now, let's say if I go now to SEO and go to SEO Optimize, go in the last third tab, you can see now all your technical parameters that needed. There we have a special video for optimization. You can optimize any article in about a matter of 4-5 minutes. And you can do the focus in SEO title, focus in body content. Just go step by step. You earn your points, and basically your task is to earn as much as possible. You got 100% here. Try to achieve 100% here. Step one by one. Make sure you go do it and fix it now. Like for example, if you need to put this focus keyword in body content, take this keyword here. Let's say I'm going to copy, go back in my text, and let's say if I organically looking through my text and I can paste it somewhere, this keyword, let's say you want to do just like that, so it will show up. When I go back, it says me yes. Now 1 more minute left to 25 minutes. So if I'm going here and now I'm going into SEO, just show a quick step here, and I go to SEO and I try to scan it. Now you could see I added the one keyword in the text. It found one and gave me, I earned 2 points out of 8. Our logic is set up for the body content. Basically, if you meet your 4 keywords somewhere throughout the text, you earn the 8 points maximum.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So that was the bagpipes on mine.
Yeah, mine is coming up. So what's left now next? You got now you build your article, you enhance it with the images, with URL, then you went through SEO optimization, you optimized it. Once you optimize it, you can actually check it here. It will show you here your score. Like right now, I've got only 4 points, but of course, I don't have a time now to optimize. So you can spend 4-5 minutes. You optimized any article pretty quickly once you get to the SEO. Now, we'll do one more thing, is a publishing, and we exactly have it tells me now that I now got my 25 minutes. So we got now another 5 minutes left. Let's do the publishing, and publishing will take pretty quick. So now I'm going to WordPress publishing. Click on the WordPress, click next step. Now I'm gonna select the one that I already where I wanna publish to. So let's say I'm going to Blogly, and I'm gonna publish it on Blogly website. So I'm going to the next. I'm gonna create a slug. Let's say I'm creating test, say testing, say 1, 2. That will be my slug. I select the publish, so let it be totally published. I select my category. So for category, let me just refresh my screen. So for category, I can select the category here. Hold on just a second. Sometimes the Zoom does not let me to pick. So this one shows
I'm running into that and other things too.
Yeah. So note this: if it doesn't show up immediately, so you can just simply refresh it, come back, and you will see that here. Let's say I'm putting to my blogging category. I need to select the publish date. Let's select today. Today is October 29th. I don't need to use this one. If I imported this article, I would need to use this one to put the actual post ID if I want to jam in an exact space. But right now we will have a separate video for that. So right now we don't have this. We don't want to exercise this. I don't have any this article created on my site. But we do the real test. We go on to the next step. Now here's a couple things. We have a switch here for adding a social sharing button. If you want to add the social sharing, let's add it. Now, if you want to add the related content, if I already have the articles here, I can just select which article I can select. So, but this is good for your cross-linking. So this one is good for SEO as well. So let me submit it. So now we're submitting this article directly into WordPress, directly as a real one, production article. And you can see now this one, my Telegram bot will went off. I have it now successful. So let's review this. So I submitted even without, I didn't create the featured image. Featured image could be added right here. We kind of missed it. We didn't have a time for that, but you can just add the featured image, but which is fine. So let me now go back and now select the Blogly, say here. And let's review this article, actually created in the WordPress. So let me go to the WordPress, and I'll tell you the WordPress probably takes longer to even enter this. So let me go to the blog and let's see. Now the final goal right now to see this article being posted, right?
Right.
So here it is, testing my new article, but no featured image, and see this one is still loading. So the featured image coming up. Let me go now directly into this article so you can see how the article is being populated. So now I'm going into this article, read more, right? So you can see here is my URL. You can see on the top, this is my slug of the article. Yeah. Since the featured image we didn't add it, so you can see the missing area here. Let's go scroll it. So here is my intro. You remember that we added the formatted keyword right here. You could see that we added the second block. You can see my images here. You can see another image, and you can see the conclusion. And here is the related blog post. And here is the please follow us and the sharing buttons. This is it. So we've done in 30 minutes. We completed the assignment. We created the article. We enhanced it. I could even optimize it if I have a few more extra minutes. And because I explain it takes me a little bit longer. But you could see this is a complete article being done.
Start to finish.
Idea
to WordPress.
Yeah, no touching of the WordPress. So this is the key. You don't want to waste your time in the WordPress. Do the optimization, do everything here in the Blogly, and just publish it. And we are done. So it tells me that I am already exceeding my time. So 30 minutes exactly.
Perfect. Well, that's what we promised. And I think that this will give people a good feel for how to get their feet wet in Blogly.
Yes, and now we are back. So here's our faces. So let's wrap it up. So I think it's we completed the task, and we give an extra 2 minutes. So we are done. So
sounds good. Well, we'll cover some more topics. If people want to see some of these videos or get some helpful hints, where do they go? I know you've got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we've got everything. I will let them know where they can find me.
Okay, and some tutorials worth it. So
yeah,
for now,
okay.
Have a great evening.
You too.